Hi, Peter here from Anazao. If you're looking at this video clip to find information on the book Dissociation, the Forgotten Factor in Healing, before you do that, it's worth your while looking at the small video clip on dissociation so you have an understanding, because I'm not going to re-explain that. But this particular book, once you understand that dissociation is a huge factor in almost every ailment, physical and psychological, sometimes being up to 100% of the issue, oftentimes a lot less than that, but nonetheless an important component in healing, then you're going to want to know, how do I actually understand what dissociation is, and is there any way that I can even become a little bit more savvy in doing this myself? Is that possible? And yes, the answer is definitely. This book is our second book. As you can see, it's a relatively thick book now, and that doesn't mean thick meaning, oh, it's just going to be so difficult to understand. No, actually it's really quite easy to understand, and what Anazao has done with the whole area of dissociation is simplify it so that people that attend our seminars, people that attend our schools, the most frequent comment is, oh Peter, you take the confusion out of this topic. We've attended so many other seminars, Christian and secular, and they make the topic so confusing. And there's a saying about Occam's razor, that if you've got two theories about a particular event, usually the simplest theory that describes the event or the observations is the most accurate one. So Anazao, Jesus has often said to us, keep it simple, son, the KISS principle. And that's true. And this book here will encourage you. What's in the book? Well, first of all, we give you examples of dissociation. We've spent 20,000 hours dealing with people with dissociative conditions. So we're always talking out of our experience daily. And consequently, everything in this book I can vouch for. There's nothing theoretical insofar as the outcomes and following the steps here. So in this book you're going to learn about how to do dissociation yourself, and there are 36 steps that I'll take you through, so that, you know, you could call it painting by numbers if you like. If you follow the steps, then you can help others get free. Of course, we recommend you come to our schools and attend our seminars to gain experience and to see all the different pitfalls that can happen, but we even cover pitfalls in the book here. We also talk about the brain and how the brain works with dissociation, and even some of the complicated terms about the brain, such as the Thalamus and the Hippocampus and the Amygdala, or Amygdala as some people call it, and how it transfers to the frontal cortex. Sounds as though it's complicated, but the way we present it in the book, you'll really understand that. And most importantly, you'll understand how the soul interweaves with the brain, because of course the brain is just the organ that the soul expresses itself through. And with a secular evolutionary approach, of course, everything comes from the brain, and therefore they try and describe dissociation without taking into account the soul. That means our mind, our will, and our emotions, the non-physical aspects of our being. So I explain that very clearly as to how those two independent yet synchronized aspects of our body, soul and spirit interconnect. So it's got heaps of testimonies in here as well. You can buy the book from us through our website. You can buy it as an ebook. Our website is www.anazao.com.au. You can also purchase the book from Amazon, and if you like the book, write a comment. And if you're in America, of course, the postage is usually free or minimal if you purchase through Amazon. So I hope to see you in the future at one of our courses, one of our schools even, and give us your feedback as to how you enjoyed this book, The Forgotten Factor in Healing. This book on dissociation is endorsed by a practicing psychiatrist, Christian psychiatrist in South Australia, and there are other psychologists, people that are reading the book, have used the book, people who incorporate it in their practice with great success, and each chapter is illustrated with plenty of diagrams for us that are visual learners. It ties the words together with clear diagrams, and every chapter has a summary of all the points in that chapter as a dot point summary. So the chapter can be used as a textbook if you need to, but like I said earlier on, you'll find that it's easy to read and takes what's a complicated and complex topic, or what's been presented as a complicated and complex topic, and makes it really simple. So I hope you enjoy it and look forward to some feedback from you.